Hey folks, China Guitar Sceptic back with an unboxing today, and yes, I'm quite excited because this is not a guitar that I've ordered. So no, it's not the Explorer, and it is also the first guitar that I've unboxed from here in the studio. Now, I know as these unboxing videos get an awful lot more attention than any other videos, that there'll be a lot of people watching this one that won't necessarily watch any of my other videos. So I just want to reiterate for the uninitiated that I don't condone buying Chinese fake guitars in any way, shape or form. I've bought a few to show you the pitfalls, as anybody that subscribes to me and watches regularly will know, and just to give you the honest lowdown and truth on what they're like. This, however, is a guitar that a company has sent me free of charge, although I have just paid £34.60, which was £21.10 of import VAT and a £13.50 clearance fee from Royal Mail. And so it's cost me that. But this company have wanted to send me an instrument for a while, and they did it without actually telling me they'd done it. And then they sent it off to me on the 6th of February, and I got it today, which is the 21st of February. So, without further ado, I'm going to get on with our mystery surprise unboxing. Haven't done one of these in a while. Maybe a bit rusty. Certainly my knife doesn't seem to be having much problem getting through this tape. Once again, don't think it means anything, but it's this green tape rather than the yellow stuff. This is a seller that I'm aware of, and it's also a seller that you are aware of. And all will become clear in just a moment when, hopefully, if this will open up. Aha. Now, I wasn't sure if there was going to be a case with this, but there isn't. And I'm going to tuck some of this nonsense out of the way. And I'm going to tell you right now that this does not have anything like the logo that you're expecting it to have on it. Bit of case candy, and I have a feeling, yes, that will be a dead giveaway of what it is. So, just going to pop it down there and tell you that this was sent to me by Bad Cat Instruments of China. Now, you may say, how do we know this seller? Well, I don't know if you recall my video where I did a video on Meet a Chinese Seller, but Jason J is the guy whose factory manufacture and sell these Bad Cat instruments. And what they did is they saw my video when I was being persecuted by Gibson and had a video removed by them. And what I came up with was the Milton Love Pup. And what Jason and Bad Cat have done to show the quality of their instruments is, you're going to love it or hate it, they have made me a love pup. Now, obviously on my design, it had a heart which sat in there, and also the headstock was a heart. But they have made this with just the shape cut out to make it look somewhat like a single cut model guitar. And this here, just because it was my Love Pup design. So, first impressions, it is definitely thicker. It's 2 inches, without a doubt. It's made, the body is 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. The neck has got a little heel joint there, but no scarf joint. Now, the reason that everybody keeps talking about scarf joints is because they don't want to see them on their Gibsons. And the reason for that is that Gibson don't put a scarf joint on their necks. However, as a design function, it makes an awful lot of sense, because this is nowhere near as steep as a Gibson neck break angle. But on the Gibson, where it's quite a steep angle, that makes this piece here on the neck quite a point of weakness. So actually turning a piece of wood and putting a scarf joint on there means that the grain of the wood is in the right plane rather than going across multiple grains, and it makes that stronger. So in those terms, it would be better if they did put on a scarf joint. This is a really nice thick neck. My first impressions of the guitar, barring the shape, of course, which is going to be a Marmite thing. You're either going to love it or hate it. Personally, without the heart in it, I'm not sure what I think of it. Jason sent me some pictures of this before he sent it. As I said, he sent it as a test for me to do my first review on a Bad Cat guitar. And the pictures look great. And looking up close, it's got quite a nice finish on the top, although straight away I notice there are a couple of flaws. There's a little black mark in it there. There seems to be something under the paint there. And if I show you on a close-up camera in just a moment, there is quite a gap in the top where the joint is. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the little mini cam out, one of the GoPros, and I will show you. Okay, so that's recording. So if we look here, you'll be able to see that there is quite a nasty little crack in the joint, and the join is not magnificent in the top there. The hardware seems nice and solid. It seems to be quite an angle on that bridge, but we'll see whether that is a problem. The build quality in general is pretty good. There's no major problems that I can see. One thing I do like is you'll see on the headstock, it says made in China, which I'm very pleased with. And actually, Jason and Bad Cat need to be congratulated on actually following my advice. I've said for a long time that the Chinese would be able to make a really nice selling guitar if they only put their own headstock and branding on it. So full marks to Jason J and Bad Cat for doing that. They've called it the vintage standard. He wanted to know what I called it, and that was the Love Pup. But I don't think we can call it a Love Pup without the heart on it. So going back to the cam, the little cam, it's got a little mini toggle switch, which I forget what he told me that does, but I'm sure we'll work it out. Oh, hello. We've lost a knob already. Okay. Don't drop your knob. Okay, so there's only 3 controls on it, and I believe that what they are is a bridge volume, a neck volume, a bridge volume, and a tone. And then there's the switch, which seems quite solid there at the Les Paul position. Well, I say the Les Paul position, but if you look at it, it is quite a funky shape, this guitar. It's nowhere close to a Les Paul. And what's even nicer is it's not trying to be a Les Paul shape. It's trying to be its own shape. And Jason has acknowledged that it was my design, that he's built to show that they're willing to build custom guitars for people. and that they are listening to what we're saying on our Buyer Beware videos. And China Guitar Sceptic channel is fairly well known now in China, and they are listening. So I've no idea what the pickups are. I will find out. I suspect they are probably the Epiphone style pickups. Certainly it's got the Epiphone style bridge with the cross-headed raising adjusters. They're nice flat adjusters for the tailpiece. The tailpiece doesn't look bad. There's no retaining wire. There's no need for it by the looks of it, because the adjustment pieces seem to go through that quite tightly. The build is mahogany, back and neck. And just so that you can see, the tuners are okay. They look quite good. They're fairly Grover looking. There's the pieces of wood in the body. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces and a laminated back. It's a couple of little imperfections here underneath the paintwork by the looks of it, and here, and a little bit of a scratch and a bit of more under the paintwork. There's a dink in it there. So the body and neck are mahogany, and the top is certainly, looking at this, a veneer, without a shadow of a doubt. There's a few little marks underneath the finish coat. Yeah, that one in there is also another little mark underneath the finish coat. Hopefully you can see that. But all in all, let's turn that off now. As an alternative to buying a fake, they're going the right way about it, and I have to say well done to Jason and to Bad Cat Instruments. I look forward to playing this and see what it plays and sounds like, but certainly it's not a bad quality build. It's not what you would expect of Gibson, for obvious reasons. Flaws under the finishes, mismatched front and tops. Various different elements of it look nothing like a Les Paul, but that's the idea, folks. This is probably going to cost in the region of $280 to $380 US, if that. And when you consider the cost of a real Les Paul or a similar branded guitar, they're not asking a lot of money. So rather than do fakes and send out fakes all over the world to get into circulation, Bad Cat are at least putting their own design. It's nothing like the open book of the Les Paul. They are putting Made in China on it. They're putting their own logo. The truss rod cover is a bit close to Gibson, but it's not identical. It's certainly not the bell, because it misses the top part of the bell. The inlays are very much Les Paul standard, as is the neck and body binding, and the overall finish and the speed knobs, of course. The look, it's obviously a tribute, but it's not a fake. So folks, we'll give this a try out in the next video, but certainly what I can say without reservation is well done to Bad Cat, and well done to Jason J, who is our friend that I met on one of my videos, meeting the buyer in China, the guy that actually sent out guitars with 2 broken necks, but sorted out the problems for my subscribers. So again, a guy that's listening to what we're saying and doing the right thing, not ripping off the brands, and building affordable guitars in China. Pretty much what I was trying to do and what I'm still trying to do with the Milton guitars. I'm going to be coming back soon with another video on the Milton guitars, but in the interim, the next video is likely to be a playthrough of this. I'll tune it up and play it, but I'm going to go back inside because I haven't set up the studio out here yet. I just thought I would do the first unboxing out in the studio. So there it is, sent to me free of charge, although I'm not being paid and I don't endorse any guitar brand. All I can say is that this is not a badly built guitar, despite the few flaws. That is not falling off now that I've pushed it on. I actually gave it a pull to see if it was a push-pull, but none of them are push-pulls. So I assume that this is some kind of split for the coils. But we'll try that out. A nice metal input jack. And, you know, first impressions, the build quality is not bad. It is very similar. In fact, I will go as far as to say it's pretty much identical in build quality, including the flaws, that you will get on your standard Gibson Les Paul. So, why infringe the trademarks? Why rip off Gibson? Why rip off Paul Reed Smith? Why rip off Fender? Why rip off whatever brand when you can have something that doesn't infringe at the same cost? And let's hope it sounds as good as it looks.